Hi guys, this is Kapil from EHS Academy and welcome to another informative video. Guys, in today's video we are going to learn about fire sprinkler system. Okay, just in this video we are going to cover the basics of fire sprinkler system because as you know that this topic is very comprehensive and very complex. Okay, so one by one we will move to the topics. Here in this video I'll make sure that after the completion of the video you will be having a basic understanding of what is a fire sprinkler system and its application and a little bit more about of its history. So without wasting any single second, let's get straight to the video. Okay, fine guys. You will be aware about sprinkler system previously. So basically sprinkler system is one of the active fire protection system. Okay, active fire protection means if a fire occurs, it will extinguish the fire by throwing a specified extinguishing media on the fire. Okay, here now you can see one image which is available there. This is one of the sprinkler system. Okay, I'll just show you what is actually that, just a minute. Okay, so you can see here this component, this metallic component, that is called basically a sprinkler head. What is that? Sprinkler head, and it is one of the most important component within a sprinkler system. And this one is our remaining pipe work and other fittings which is available there. Okay, one more thing guys that I want to share with you. Sprinkler systems come in a variety of way. Okay, you can see their applications in the irrigation also, and everywhere you can see their applications. But we are not the farmers, we are not the agriculture professionals, we are the fire protection professionals. That's why we are studying fire sprinklers. Okay, so as I told you initially, it's a fire sprinkler system. It means it is made up of a lot of components. Okay, initially when we have studied system safety, at that time I told you what is the meaning of a system. System is comprised of basically subsystems. So all these subsystems are working together to fulfill the objectives of the system. Likewise, same case is applicable here. You can call it this small part, you can call it one subsystem. This network piping is also called subsystem. Okay, a lot of subsystems are available within a fire sprinkler system. We'll see them in the upcoming slides. So I hope you can see the diagram. Let's move to the another image and check out that. Okay, fine guys. So previously, now the one image you can see here in behind of me. Okay, so from the starting itself, the sprinkler was not like that. Okay, previously there was the sprinklers like called cane sprinkler, Grinnell sprinkler, in which this sort of element was not there. You can see one red bulb is available there. Okay, this sort of red bulb was not available there. At that time, direct application of water was available. I'll show you what is the meaning of a cane sprinkler here. That is the sprinkler which was available previously. You can see here. Okay, so you can see here there was no glass element that is present over there. Okay, no glass element that is available there. So directly water will come from this way and directly it will be thrown to the water application. It means wherever the fire is there, they will directly throw that water onto the fire. Okay, so this is one of the cane sprinkler. What is that? Cane sprinkler. It was the history. It means previously we used to design the fire sprinkler system in such a way. Okay, fine guys. Now we need to understand something about fire sprinkler system, actually what they are. So fire sprinkler system, it is one of the best fire protection system, as well as it is applicable worldwide. It means everywhere we are using these systems to protect the fire. It means whenever the fire is occurring, they will throw the water in that fire in the minimum duration of the time, so we can extinguish that fire in the minimum duration of time. So as soon as possible we will extinguish that fire, our loss will be minimized. Okay, so that is the meaning of that. So you can see here how a sprinkler system looks like, but it is made up of a lot of components. We will see now after some time. Okay, fine guys, here I have written some definitions for you. You can study here. Sprinkler system compromises one or more sprinkler installation, the pipe work and the water supply. It means here they are telling us what are the different components or subsystems that is present in a sprinkler system. First is your sprinkler head. Okay, second is your pipe work, third is your fittings, fourth is your pumps. As you know that a lot of pumps we are using within the sprinkler system. After that your water reservoirs. So collectively when they are working together, they will form a fire sprinkler system which will extinguish the fire. The purpose of their collective effort is to extinguish the fire. Okay, second point is that the sprinkler system which can detect the fire automatically and then control extinguish with the minimum loss of the grade value. Fire sprinkler can detect the fire very easily. I will show you how they detect the fire. Okay, as well as they will try to extinguish the fire within the minimum duration of the time. That is the purpose of the fire sprinkler, why we are using them in the practical application. Fine. Now you can see here guys one sprinkler image is available. Okay, you can see here. So I'll tell you what are the parts of a sprinkler head. Okay, this is one of the important component because this is the part, sprinkler head is the part which is detecting the fire. And it is the main point from where the extinguishing media is being discharged to the fire. So basically 4 major parts are available that I will discuss with you. You can see guys, this body is available, this metallic body. Okay, can you see that? This particular metallic body will be called as frame. What is that? Frame. Okay, after that you can see here one small cap is there. Okay, this small circle is called a cap, and one red bulb is there, that is called glass bulb. Okay, and this round shape umbrella like structure, that is called basically a deflector. And within the fire protection engineering, we are working on that particular deflector, because as you know that when a sprinkler is discharging the water, so the discharge pattern, which the water which is being discharged, okay, it will totally depend upon that deflector design. So continuously we are working on that deflector, so the more good the design of the deflector, the more good will be the pattern. Okay, so fine. So here in this bulb you can see one red color fluid is available. So it is one of the specialized fluid which is made up of a specialized liquid like alcohol, glycol, you can call them. Okay, so whenever heat is there, okay, so this particular liquid have high coefficient of thermal expansion. Whenever you will expose that particular material to the heat, it will expand, and as much as it will expand, the glass valve will be directly burst. What is that? Burst. It will burst and release the water from this particular source. So this is called a sprinkler head. As well as when you are purchasing these new sprinkler head, one protection will be available there. What is that? One plastic cap will be available there that will protect the unintended impact on that glass bulb. Okay, so this is about the sprinkler head. I hope everyone have seen that sprinkler head in their classes. Okay, so let's understand what are the types of sprinkler head that is available. So previously there are a lot of types, but for you purpose, for the simplicity, I have taken them in the two main categories. First is your glass bulb type. These type of sprinklers nowadays are very common. Okay, you can see them everywhere in the modern installation. You can find them anywhere. These are called basically glass bulb type sprinkler heads. Okay, second one is also available. But before going, as I told you initially, one blue color you can see here, guys. Okay, this color code is available inside that. It means one color code is there that I'll show you now. See, this is the color code of that. So now, if you found orange color inside that specialized fluid, if you found that specialized fluid into orange color, then it means that particular sprinkler will burst at 57 degrees Celsius. If it is red color, then it will be 68 degrees Celsius. Yellow means 79, green means 98, blue means 141, and black means 204 to 260 degrees centigrade, which is used for high hazard applications. Okay, now you will ask me, sir, how we can determine which type of color we need to install in a particular place? So it will totally depend upon the fire load of that particular place. So if you know about fire load, that's very good. If you don't know, I'll develop a separate video on that. It means what are the fire load and how you can calculate that. Okay, so this is the color coding of that. Let's move to the another one sprinkler that is called fusible link type sprinkler. So previously we used to use such type of sprinkler that is called fusible link type sprinkler. Okay, so their working is totally a little bit different in comparison of glass bulb. As well as for them also there is a one color code available. But now I'm not going to discuss here because it is a little bit different in comparison of them. We will discuss them in upcoming videos. Okay, this is called fusible link type sprinkler head. Fine. Okay, fine. Very important topic. How this sprinkler works. Okay, we have generally studied about this expansion and bursting of the sprinkler head, but how they work. So you can see here one image is there. Okay, I'll explain you. See guys, this is one of the room. First of all, this is one of the compartment on a room. So here you have one fuel which is being burning, and this is a flame. So you know that previously also we have discussed that when a fire is occurring, there was one you can call it plume. Okay, hot gases are moving upwards. So this is called a plume. Okay, it is moving generally in a vertical direction. So whenever it is hitting the ceiling, they will move in horizontal direction. So that horizontal movement is called as ceiling jet. What is that? Ceiling jet. So when they are moving vertically and horizontally, so automatically they will increase the temperature of the ceiling also where the sprinkler systems are installed. So when the temperature is increased there, okay, automatically that particular bulb which is being available there, they will burst, okay, and will release the water discharge. Okay, but now after water discharge also there are a lot of factors that is available inside that, like ADD, actual delivered density, required delivered density, that are very important. If you are a fire protection professional, they are very important. So we will discuss them in the upcoming videos. So I hope you are clear about how they works actually. And one more thing is there, that is called stratification. Like that, some process is there inside which the sprinkler will not work, because sometimes when we go to the South India, at the time you can see the homes will be like that in such a way. So at the time the particular, you can call them, the plume will be unable to reach the ceiling. Okay, when it is unable to reach the ceiling, when they are not hitting the sprinkler heads, how they will work. Okay, so this is one of the problem. I'll let you know after some time what is the actual meaning of that. Okay, so not very depth, just some important points, how you can design the sprinkler and what some technical data about sprinkler system. Each sprinkler is activated individually when it is heated to a designed temperature. It means each sprinkler will be designed uniquely. When they will be heated at their separate temperature, they will burst. Okay, before that, they will not burst. Second is most sprinkler discharge approximately 20 to 25 gallon per minute, water depending upon the system design. Most of the sprinkler, majority of the sprinkler will release 20 to 25 gallons of water per minute. Okay. Sprinkler for special application will release 100 GPM, gallons per minute. So it will depend upon your fire load, they will discharge the water. Okay, it is not a standard. You can design them by using an FPA 13, 13D, 13E, 13R. Sprinkler piping shall not be less than 25 mm dia. Okay, it is generally, but depend again on standards. 25 mm dia. Maximum spacing between the sprinklers shall not be less than 2 meter. One sprinkler head, another sprinkler head, 2 meter distance. Maximum area covered per sprinkler in light hazard will be 17 square meter and ordinary building 9 square meter. So I'll let you know afterwards. In next slide, you will understand what is ordinary hazard and what is normal hazard. The temperature rating for sprinkler shall not be 30 degrees Celsius and greater than highest temperature location must be installed. So they are giving some special consideration when we are working in pyrotechnics industry, explosive industry. At that time, we need to consider these factors because there the hazard is more in comparison of other industries. Fine, guys. So previously I told you now only light hazard, high hazard, and ordinary hazard. So that is the meaning of that. Okay, generally the occupancies are classified into 3 types, sometime 4 also, depend upon their fire load. So as per them only we need to install that sprinkler. You can see here 10 mm, 15 mm, 15 to 20 mm, they have given the spacing in between of that. Now the important point is that types of sprinkler system. What are the types of sprinkler system that is available? So there comes under 4 main types. First is spray pattern type, conventional type, concealed type, and sidewall type. Guys, apart from these 4, there are a lot of types of sprinkler available, like ornamental sprinkler. A lot of types are available, but generally for your better understanding, I have taken only 4. Okay, so these sprinkler are classified depend upon their relative position with respect to the wall. So I'll show you just one image there. See. Sprinklers are same, the mechanism is going to be same, but depend upon their position, they have given the different name. For example, horizontal sidewall, vertical sidewall, recessed pendant, concealed horizontal sidewall. Okay, depend upon their position as well as use also. You can see here concealed pendant, depend upon their application and pose. They will separate them, they will classify them into the various types. So in the upcoming videos, which will be coming in the future, you will learn about their types and how they are categorized and their dynamics. Okay. So guys, this was the end of this video. I hope you got some basic. This video was designed for the basic understanding about sprinkler system and how they works as well as their types. So till now, if you have any further doubt, you can ask me on the comment box. I'll happy to answer you. As well as if you have any suggestions, further improvement, you can tell me on the comment section. I'll answer you as soon as possible. So thank you for watching video in the next video. Till then, take care.